That's always very exciting to watch.
Do we think we're going to see the Ryu, though, from Buandon? I mean, look at him hovering over all these characters. Terry, Byleth, Kazuya. Are we really going to see the same characters he's been going and just losing to Yalmanac too recently? It's looking like, yeah, going to stick it out with the Ryu.
Looks like he's going to stick it out with the Ryu. He has contemplated some pocket characters before.
Which
so.
I'm honestly surprised he hasn't, considering like the auto turnaround mechanic is kind of easy to adapt to the other like Shotos, you know, if that's okay to say. Like Terry definitely feels like a much better matchup against Peach. It's much more mobile, able to just dish out so much damage and shield pressure as well, which is kind of like what Peach loves doing. But we'll see how this set goes. I've actually never seen them play live before. I've just seen the results of Yalmanac winning Respawn. Just
right now,
throwing it out there.
Uppercut to the face.
When it's going pretty hard right now, but this is Peach, and she can just rack up that damage. Look at it already evening out the score right now. So good with these Z catches as well.
Gets the parry into the jab shuri. Not enough to take a stock or anything, but is going to get a lot of good percent on the board.
Catching that recovery, it's so linear with Ryu. It can be so hard. And look at the SD with Buandon.
Yeah, definitely wanting the longer shuri there to make it back.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of him. Dropping the combo as well, potentially not close enough to actually secure the Shoryu for the kill.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Buandon trying to get a little bit warmed up here.
Missing the Tatsu once again. That is the Buandon special to catch you off guard, but now Yalmanac probably well versed in this matchup, just considering how many times they played now. Nice catch on the turnip. Into the Tatsu. It's not gonna kill.
Not gonna kill cross stage.
But Shokunetsu! Get the fuck out of here! The fireball is gonna push him all the way in there. What an insane way to get a kill. I've never seen that in my life. Buandon is sick of Yalmanac, and he just wants him dead. Trying to Shokunetsu once again, getting a little antsy there. Yalmanac just able to go right around those Shokunetsus, or just beat him out completely with his aerials.
Right, that float being such a strong tool to just get around the fireball zone.
Great tech for Buandon, but he overextended there.
Falls out of the down smash, but back air pickup. Yalmanac on stock in game 1.
This looks rough, man. I know as much as work as Buandon has been putting into all these matchups that are tight for Ryu, sometimes it really does just come down to your character.
Buandon trying to make it work here.
Yeah, I feel like Peach normally is known for, you know, having trouble landing. She has a poor recovery, but you're going up against Ryu, right? What aerial pressure and edge guarding potential does he have? Like, it feels as though all of Peach's weaknesses are kind of negated, where she can, this is like,
oh my god! Using the air dodge to avoid the counter and then getting that down air, sending Yalmanac straight to hell, evening up these stocks. Finding the focus with the forward air.
Oh, but
Buandon is on fire right now.
Messing the combo up once again. Can he find an opening? That was absolutely insane for Buandon. I take back everything I said. Get this girl off my screen. Here comes the Nair coming down. Buandon needs a good opening. Going for the focus once again. Great cancel on his part. Now the damage is racked up, and only one of these characters is at kill percent, and it is not Ryu. It might be Ryu now.
Right now, Buandon definitely feeling a lot more confident. Just trying to work his way back into center stage.
Yeah, after a read like that, I would be too. But the shield poke for the forward air might just do it. Buandon is living on a thread right now.
Using the Nair to stay alive, using the turnip to
that
trigger
was
the
so
counter.
smart!
Buandon is playing out of his mind. Stay alive.
And he gets it! He gets the aerial Shoryu!
Taking game 1! It is a victory from the jaws of defeat.
That was the counterplay coming in, but has he shown his cards too early in the set? Buandon going up game 1. He needs 2 more to make it back to Z3 for the run back.
This is going to be a very explosive set, folks.
That was...
We're already screaming our heads off, and that was only game 1. You're in for a very exciting show. All right, getting into game 2.
Dude,
I thought that was a slugfest. Wait till you see what's coming up. Moving on to Hollow Bastion.
I'm not very like familiar with the blast zones on Hollow Bastion. Isn't it like really tight horizontal ones, like similar to Town and City, but a high ceiling as well?
I'm not entirely sure. It's the same stage length as traditional stages, like Battlefield, Final Destination, but with that center platform placement.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the platform. Yeah, I'm curious about what exactly like the blast zones do for Buandon, because I know he personally really likes this stage, so that immediately tells me that it probably has a shorter ceiling, but it just doesn't look like it does.
I think I could be wrong. I think it has the same ceiling as Final Destination, but with that platform, that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting pick. I can definitely see why he likes it though, especially with those platform conversions being so much easier to get. It's so much easier to get your opponent to the middle than it is to get him to like a platform on the right or the left side for an early kill with like up air Shoryu, for example.
Right, in a lot of matchups, this being the stage that Buandon likes to go to, but this being Yalmanac's counter.
Unfortunate clip with the down smash right there, hanging on ledge just a little too long. Buandon not going to recognize that he had to jump and mashing that instead. Messing up the combo, that's all you can pray for sometimes when you go against Peach. And gets the reversal, down tilt into the Shoryuken. Only 49% on him. Buandon's cooking it up right now.
Buandon right now definitely has been struggling with Peach for a while. It seems like he's got some answers ready tonight.
Yeah, like we said, we definitely saw the counterplay coming in, throwing the turnip up to get rid of that counter earlier. And it was able to, but the air dodge, what an unfortunate SD for Buandon, just barely misjudging it. It's definitely not out of the question yet. We saw a comeback last game. If anyone can do it, it's Buandon. We know he has the clutch factor. He is sipping on the Juggernog.
Sipping on the Juggernog. Definitely has that dog in him right now.
Look at that damage gone.
Buandon's playing with confidence.
That damage gone relatively uncontested, but look at Yalmanac just racking up so much damage right now. Immediately answers back. Buandon needs an SD from Yalmanac. Buandon needs 2 SDs from Yalmanac if he wants to take this next game. It's looking pretty close to over right now. Yalmanac just needs one good straight hit at ledge. There's another nair. Buandon getting sent real close to the blast zone, catches it again, throws a turnip up, but Yalmanac not throwing out the counter this time. Gonna be able to secure the KO over Buandon, bringing it to a 1-1. Now I'm thinking, what kind of stage is Buandon gonna take us to?
Right, game 1 looking very dominant for Buandon, but that game 2 obviously went a lot more in Yalmanac's favor.
Yeah, like I said, maybe Buandon had shown his hand a little too early, immediately answering back with the counterplay that he got. You know, throwing up the turnip and getting caught by the reversal, stuff like that. I mean, he died twice at like 80%, which on Rio you just cannot have going into this matchup.
Buandon going right back to the same stage he won that game 1 on Pokemon Stadium 2.
Let's see it, man. PS2, I can definitely see those lower ceilings going to be able to get those KOs just like a little bit early, just like 5% earlier with that Shoryu. And similarly, or rather vice versa, Yalmanac won't be able to kill as easily because there's not a whole lot of kill setups for Peach because you're off the top.
You can see this game 1 definitely a lot more of a slugfest. Lots of damage on the board in the first 30 seconds here.
What a good focus there. Reading that Yalmanac was going to get answer for the forward air or a back air, which is a single hit, and then reversing with a raw back air. Buandon recognizes that he just has to hold shield against these blow cans. I can hear the controller from here as Yalmanac puts in those 50 inputs a second. Going to be able to get a back air there at ledge, though, securing it for kill at just over 150%. Look at the combo. You got to hope he messes up, Buandon. He messed up.
Buandon able to find a sign of life here, but not without taking 73% from that one opening.
Yeah, I mean, so, like I said before, sometimes the only thing you can hope for is that the Peach player doesn't lab their combos as much. Just throwing it out there.
Just finding the raw Shoryu.
Sometimes that's all you need, man. Just a few well-placed reads whenever you're getting bodied this bad. And there's a focus, though. Can he get the conversion this time? Up air, down air. Can he find anything else? Gonna get footstool for that. Buandon evening it out almost immediately after I talk shit about it. That's crazy. Oh my god, that murdered.
Buandon right now still very much so alive in this game 3.
Ooh!
Snare in the back air, evening up the stocks. Only 12% difference.
That was juicy. That was like Roy Jerbo with extra steps. Only 38%. We just saw that lead Yalmanac had immediately dissipate, but like we said, the luck is on his side. Can he get something absolutely insane like a Bob-omb to end up this game 3? Great cancel there, catching Yalmanac's jump. But
using the late back end of Tatsu?
That was not intentional. There's no way.
No way for sure.
Great recovery on Buandon's part. Not going to give Yalmanac a chance to edge guard him with those turnips. But catching the jump with forward air. The linear recovery is coming in. Great focus cancel to ledge. Is he going to SD to the down smash once again? No, he's not. Coming up against that ledge trap. He wanted the focus, but Yalmanac recognizing it. Grabbing the turnip now. He has his chance. If you had one chance.
This game 3 matters so much because it determines who gets the counter pick for game 5 if it gets there.
Exactly, but Buandon's it's looking pretty grim. I think Yalmanac's closer to kill percent than Buandon right now. But great recovery, the back air.
Stay alive, but it's not gonna save him. Yalmanac able to take it with the back air.
Yeah, Yalmanac 2-1
for Yalmanac's favor.
The back air killing at just over 170%. If I'm Yalmanac, I am shitting my pants every time I see Buandon on screen, and I'm over 80%. No.
He's thinking about it.
No.
He's hovering up. Sephiroth?
Ridley?
Sephiroth?
If Buandon goes a character other than Ryu.
Okay, he's locking in the Ryu.
Sometimes you just got to stick to your guns, man. If you don't get better at the matchup with the character that you made, you will not get better at the game. If you are just a counter pick warrior, you will not learn and grow, and I respect that mindset from Buandon. But if this was me, I would be counter picking his ass so hard. I'm about that bag. I don't care about how good I am at the game. It ain't that deep.
For sure. Ridley definitely a character. Buandon's considered a lot as a potential answer to Peach. Very, very solid Ridley from Buandon. But right now, Yalmanac kind of running away percent-wise on this game 1. But Buandon finds the tech, able to stay alive.
Only 37%. This is looking pretty dominating for Yalmanac. He gave Buandon that one game. He said, all right, I'll let you take one. You talk to your family about it. But I'm going to have to 3-0 you immediately after that.
Because in that one game, just give him that false hope.
Yeah. And, I mean, look at that. Just clapping back with that nair. Floating around him, just not doing anything. And Buandon just can't really do a whole lot about it. Because like we said, there's no aerial pressure coming from this character. Buandon looking for the jab mix-up, but not able to get in close enough. And there's Yalmanac getting 30%, potentially a death combo right there.
Right, even when that combo doesn't hit all the way, you definitely feel your heart rate elevate.
Jesus Christ, look at
flying.
this damage right now. And that's going to be the stock.
Not looking good for Buandon right now. He's back up against the wall.
Yeah,
down a game. This could potentially be his tournament life if he doesn't make a reverse 3-stock comeback here.
Maybe if it was best of 7, he would have a chance, but I think it's over for our Juggernaut Sipton, man. He's got to take the stock right now and needs an SD. There's the beginning of it. Now Yalmanac just needs to SD, and it will be back right into the game.
Yeah, this is how the comeback starts.
Just throwing the sit chase up there.
Finding these red fireballs to chip on a little bit of extra damage. Kind of starting to close in that gap just a little bit.
But look at that damage output. So much coming in, especially against Ryu, who doesn't really have a whole lot of options against it. It's looking pretty bad for Buandon. 90% already on him, especially with how many stitch faces Yalmanac is pulling out.
Yalmanac finding these tomahawk grabs. Oh, but miss spaces it. Doesn't get the turnaround that he wants.
Good damage from Buandon, but he needs 1 or 2 more to get it to KO, and then another stock on top of that.
Finds the F tilt with the tip of his toes. Finding the nair, putting Yalmanac off stage. This is how it starts. Gets the read, but just slightly too slow.
And Mr. Saturn as well. What is this luck against the forward air? Yalmanac takes it 3-1 over Buandon. and makes his way all the way up to losers finals to go against Z3.
Definitely a heartbreaking set if you're Buandon there. Not what you wanted to see. Getting that read, but just slightly too slow at the end there.
After that first game, all the Houstonians wanted Buandon to take it, but now it's up to Yalmanac to keep Z3 out.
All right, now for this next set with Yalmanac and Z3, I'm going to be hopping off the mic. It was very fun commentating with you.